comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and all his reindeers pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's filled with toys for boys and girls again. Hear those sleigh bells jingle, jangle, oh, what a beautiful sight. So jump in bed and cover your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Our,
What unknown error will
welcome,
connect you to the game.
ladies and gentlemen, to week 1 of season 5 SRA GT3 Team Series. I'm your very tired cameraman, Jess Osborne, and I'm joined by
Holly
Colin
Hartman?
Shea.
Oh, there
Sorry,
you
took
go.
over. But Colin Shea's me, and then we got Paulie Hartman also in the booth. Paulie.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We are excited to
I'm,
have y'all back. I don't know if you all tuned in. Of course, you're all diehard SRA fans. You tuned into the livery stream. But now we have some actual proper action for you. I don't have a favorite yet, but do y'all?
You know, I've seen some newbies, some new people in that joined the league in this off season that are putting in some great times, but I would like to stick with some SRA originals, and I I haven't followed him too much in the off season, but I wouldn't doubt Duran pulling out another crazy race today and establishing some dominance here. I think he won the first race of last season as well for D1. So I'd be definitely looking out for Duran in the Ferrari.
What about you,
Hey,
Polly?
guys, just dealing with some last minute connection issues somehow with my race control, so dealing with some technical issues.
Or
in
the
just a
only
moment.
constant in life and our streams, technical issues.
Man, Jess, if you wouldn't mind trying to get the contact data going, it's not connecting at all for me.
Sure, I can do that. And while I'm figuring that out, why don't y'all springboard off a joke about technical difficulties in our drivers, like anybody who might be missing tonight?
Yeah,
Well-
unfortunately, I guess I will break the news. Diego, who is our champion from last year, his power block broke on his wheel, so he will not be able to join us tonight. Unless by miracle he got it fixed, and he will be. But as far as I have heard, he may not be here tonight.
Big oof. And a big shame. I would have been rooting for him.
Yeah, and he's in the Audi this season as well. So some drivers are switching up cars, and if you'll notice, we have some. Well, once we get the stream up and going, we have all new
There we
liveries
go.
this season.
I got it
Holiday
going here.
Oh, you got
Yeah, I can
contact
get
data?
Google Sheets.
Perfect.
I can get that again. Yep.
all right. Earlier, I was just going to the standings and for the teams and the drivers. I don't know why I did that, or why I was showing old data, because of course it would only be old data. It's the first week, and we have forwarded to a free practice for the second time now. I was expecting us to be qualifying already, folks. Sorry.
Well, it gives us some time to talk about some other changes we've had in the off season. So I did mention we have the holiday theme liveries that we'll see once we go live, but some rule changes as well. Today we are going to do a 40-minute pit window. So any SRA loyalists know
huge
that last
change.
season huge change. Last year it was a 10-minute pit window.
Right in the
And
middle of
now
the race.
40 minutes. So strategies are going to vary, and if you get an incident early on, you might be able to recover the recovery drive because that pit window is going to open so much
Yeah,
earlier.
it's so much
Be a
more
lot-
forgiving to be able to get that early repair and have it count as your pit stop. Huge, huge. Like so many people who previously would have had the race ruined are going to still be in it.
Yeah, and that was this was a change that a lot of people in SRA were talking about. We're hoping to see coming. So we'll definitely see how it works tonight and see what happens. I'm not sure if it's going to change the tire strategy up too much, but
Probably not.
yeah, I think it'll still be. The usual strategy here is nobody takes tires for the most part. There's a couple tracks, and Suzuka is a tire wearing track.
Oh yes, that front and left. Oh boy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, 40-minute pit window. That's going to be very interesting. See how that plays out. See a little bit of a trial run on this here. First time doing that. Um, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to try to follow who's coming in and out of pits. So we'll try to keep up with that strategy there, and see what people are doing. So we can let all those watching tonight know for the other divisions. See what the dominant strategy is.
Speaking of divisions, I can't believe I haven't mentioned it. We have 6 divisions this year or this season.
It's just wild to me.
It's I am very impressed by the SRA admins, the team series managers, and the recruitment staff to be able to pull this many people in, and everybody in SRA who have talked to people and gotten people into this league.
And
Yeah,
I just
what's
want to
really
say thank you to everybody who contributed to developing all the systems that automate all this stuff that makes it so that, like a dozen people can juggle an organization of more than 100 people. And that's probably particularly Dahi, Al, anybody who worked on the website and all the Discord stuff. It's definitely paying dividends right now.
Yeah, it is, and there are tons of compliments all over the place about how this league is run, the website, how simple and easy it is to access servers, and then get some clean racing in. You can really join the league and focus on racing. And now we're racing. Qualifying session has started.
Yep. Here goes the qualifying session. So, as per usual, we have 2 separate qualifying divisions here. There's the gold split and the silver split. The silver split's going to be going out first, setting their times for the first 10 minutes. And then the next 10 minutes is going to be the gold split. So 10-minute qualifying for each driver, which is a change from last season. Another change was 15 minutes, now 10. And I know I found it a little bit more difficult to get the time that I really wanted out of the car.
Oh yeah.
In that shorter time.
I was sweating during that practice race. I don't think I got a decent lap in until my 3rd attempt. And by then it was pretty much over. So you got to put up or shut up in qualifying right now.
And it's like, yeah, normally I found in previous seasons that I would get my best time within the last 5 minutes after I'd kind of warmed up and really got my line going, got the rhythm down, and can focus up to get in that lap. So we're going to see that there's a little bit of a shakeup for a lot of our established drivers. Not only do they have to contend with all these new folks in here, but a new way to do their qualifying runs. So hopefully these folks put in some serious practice before they got in here. All that extra cooldown time for some reason, as I guess they were dealing with some issues on their end, trying to get everyone to connect in and get the race started. I assume no word back from race control just yet on that one, but new season here, sometimes some new folks, a little bit difficulty getting everyone in, but we here at SRA like having all of our drivers participate. We definitely no man left behind. But
yeah, it looks
so
like from the chat
well
it was
for
some
their
driver
qualifying
entry
warm-up.
issues. So yeah, that's probably what they were sussing out.
Okay, yeah, but that's not going to help their warm-up and try to get back in the rhythm here, and see if they can set down those times.
Looks like Fazli Majid's going to be the first driver to put out a lap for this session, and I expect it's going to be a good one. He's no slouch.
I was gonna say, I had no clue he was in the silver split. D1 is fast.
Yeah, I'm telling, like, we got so many more people. Like, I think we got like a statistically relevant sample of drivers now, because I'm average, so I'm actually down the middle. And now only fast people, being fast only gets you to Division 1 silver. Gold is just aliens now. It actually means something.
Yeah, it is.
We got some freaks around here.
Yeah, so that 10-minute quali, I would agree with what you guys said. It is like 2 or 3 laps less than you get in our previous setup, and you feel it, because you also have to take into account lap traffic. In qualifying, our rules go, if you come up on somebody that's slower than you and they're on a valid lap, you can't overtake them, so you have to abandon your lap and find some. It is on you to find clean air for your full lap.
Yeah, sorry for everybody behind me.
Some a lot of new faces here tonight. Who do we got that may have moved up into this division, or some faces that we might not recognize out there right now? Marlowe, that's a new face. He's in the pits right now. Should be qualifying. Get out there, man. Joao Samido, a very awesome driver, was in the D2 championship last season. He didn't quite win the championship for the team championship with his teammate in here, Colin Shea, but he was bumped up here to D1 just off of his pace. He's a very consistent driver, very fast driver, so we're going to see how he handles it up here with the big boys. Same thing with Nate Specht on the same team here. Champion Motorsports, got to shout him out because we know that they're the best. He's out here also with his D1 debut, the D2 championship overall champion last season.
So as the times are starting to come in, here's another a new name to SRA, I believe. C. Yarrington on pole.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't recognize that.
One. And what a livery that is! That is cool. That front end with those teeth.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was looking really good. Too bad since he's in front, nobody's gonna see those teeth. Everybody's gonna be behind him. We'll see if he can hold it that way. There is only 4 minutes left. I can even tell from a commentating perspective how much faster this qualifying session is.
And it's looking like I found his teammate also new to the D1 list here. OMG, it's Pav.
I just want to interrupt you real quick. Majid's going into Sector 3 and he's got plenty. He's got more than enough delta to take P1 right back. He set his first lap taking P1, and everybody edged him out down like P6 or so. He's striking back right now. Back to P1 with a 2/10 delta on our newcomer Yarrington. And nobody's poised to take it off of him.
Fazli is the first driver to get it into the 59s here for SRA at Suzuka.
Stupid fast. Stupid fast. I was happy setting low 203s, mid 202s.
Yeah, and then you can just see already how close some of these times are, and then we have a whole nother division or class of drivers in the gold class that have to go out once this 10-minute mark hits.
Oh, Michael Griffith by 200ths edges out Majid. Very nice. And we got driver Stallworth parallel on the racing line right now, and he goes back to pits. Can't park there, sir.
We just got to get back out there quick if he wants to get one final lap in.
I don't think he can. Oh, yeah, he can. He can, yeah. Just one, though. He's got to hustle.
Yeah, you got to have a good outlap. That is my saying, though, is I believe that my outlaps are my fastest laps. But since it's an outlap, that's what I say.
This Steffiak 7/10 up.
Evan
Up
Kim
to
3/10
P3.
up on his time.
What a jump. Nice lap, Chris.
K Dromo's up almost 4/10 up on his time as well. He's coming near the end of his lap.
Paule, your camera work has been acknowledged in the Twitch chat, as well as Mike Scott is giving a shout out to Griffith in Comic Racing, and he also believes all of these liveries look amazing.
Aren't they great? I'm going to get a closer look at the Comics Racing because I agree it's fantastic. Right after Dromo finishes his lap, because he was up 3/10, quite a bit. That's enough for podium spot potential. P3. And yeah, so let's look at Griffith. Oh, mowing some grass for us.
Yep, that's around the 130R there, the infamous corner.
Check this out.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know you could pass in qualifying. What's he doing there? Anyway, yeah, check this guy out. The Hellfire Club, Comic Racing. Michael Griffith. Really nice. Really, really nice livery.
Yep. I like the bright colors. It's going to be easy to spot on the grid here once we start.
Alright, while I was ogling his liveries, anybody on a hot lap? Kinger's up by 2.5 tenths. Another strong driver in D1.
SCR Yarrington, who... Oh, and he just put himself onto podium there, P3.
Oh, and Kinger
Victor Diaz just put himself in P10 with a 2:03.37.
Not bad, not bad.
So currently, P1 through P20 are all within a second.
Yeah, this is what happens. You fill out these grids, it gets tighter, and we're going to get better and better racing. I'm so excited for what we're going to have on display tonight. Yarrington chomping at the bit, 3 tenths up right now, coming out of Sector 1. That's going to be enough for P1 by a mile.
That's the 10-minute mark that passed, so if you have not crossed the finish line, you have to abandon your lap, return to pits, because your time is up.
Oh, and Chris Stepviakin validates. He's on
a
good
safari.
Start to his lap there.
Yarrington's trying to make a name for himself here. He's up 2 tenths again.
He's flying. He does. Is that somebody in front of him? Probably not enough to block him.
Evan Kim and validate there. Yarrington up a 10th here. Nate Specht up 6 tenths.
Oh, Yarrington finding more time in the brakes. He's up 3
And
tenths.
boom. Nate Specht moves up to 3rd place.
Very nice, Nate.
With a 1:59.9.
Not for long, though. Yarrington's about to bump you down to P4.
Yarrington gonna take pole here.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
By a
Welcome
tenth.
to SRA. Great lap. That was a 1:59.6
Ridiculous.
for pole position here for silver. I don't know anybody else is on a lap here
Doesn't look like
in the
it.
silver class.
Nobody that's up on time.
Yep. And now we're going to start looking at the gold.
Yeah, who are somehow supposed to be faster than the guys we just watched.
I don't understand.
So yeah, this will be a fun one. So the difference in the gold versus silver, they're all racing on track. It doesn't matter you race the car whether they're gold or silver. But we count the points difference in the standings. So silver has a championship they're fighting for, as well as gold.
Really trying with the camera, boys.
Hey, did you get a good look at his spoiler?
Uh-oh.
Zoom in.
There you go.
He's got all the Armed Forces branches on there.
Yeah, there you go.
But what I was gonna say is, it blows me away that between the drivers that you just saw qualifying and me, we have a whole division. It's D2.
D2 is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what that looks like. How good the competition is there. It'll be a little scary. Racing in that. I don't know.
Get in the race car, Shinji.
Yeah, every season it just gets faster and faster. It's pretty crazy. More and more aliens, which is we're going to be watching qualify right now, as many of them are trying to get their first laps in here. I'm following Loic Normandau, a new addition to the. Actually, I'm looking at Travis Nordstrom right now. Well, Loic is a new addition to the Gold division and D1 in general. He was a D2 competitor last season, but he was so darn fast they had to bump him up 2 spots here. So he's in Gold with all the aliens. It looks like his livery is not showing up, or someone didn't upload it, or something wrong with it. I don't know.
He definitely messed up. I don't see it either.
Yeah. But if you guys have been seeing new season, new liveries, I've been trying to take a look at a lot of these. They're looking fantastic.
That's one of my favorite right there,
Yeah.
Travis Robbins. It's the Grave Digger.
Oh
It
my
is so
gosh.
nice.
I've been oogling over this one pre-race, and it's just so good. Victor Diaz and Travis Robinson.
P6
rocking
for his
this
banker.
livery.
Excellent,
Yeah,
Travis.
oh,
And
dang.
Blaine Hall, P1. Divisional pole.
But Travis had a bit of a rough season last season. Tried to drive the McLaren, didn't like the McLaren. Now he's in the Aston. Now he's invalidating. But he's trying to make his comeback run here. We're gonna see how that works out for him. He's gonna be looking stylish either way, I gotta say. So a lot of the liveries that you see here tonight are based off of the theme, the holiday season theme. So doesn't matter which holiday, you can choose any one. Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's.
Is
But,
the Human Instrumentality Project a holiday?
Is mayonnaise an instrument? I don't know. But you can follow however you want to. But it's suggested that you do a holiday theme, and a lot of people went crazy with it and are looking real good out there.
I love this one, and I know my brother-in-law would too. He loves Jack Skellington, Tyler James, and
Yep.
Bad Honda. I must say, though, it feels a little bit like either his team or mine is committing a little bit of copyright infringement, because my team also has a black to white, back to front faded livery with a spooky character on the front. I don't know. My lawyers will be in touch with your lawyers, Tyler. That's not phasing him, though, because he's up 0.8, almost 9. And that's good for P24.
I'm Duran running. And what does he set there? He puts himself in 6th place with a 159.7.
Very
Tom
nice.
Duran here in the picture. Looking at this Coca-Cola livery, looking pretty fire.
That is very, very Christmassy. Good job, Coca-Cola, for associating so strongly.
Well, and you get to keep the Ferrari red too, so Ferrari might approve. Or Coke red, it's pretty close. Not really.
Oh, and Matt Lehman invalidates earlier. Damn. Let's
So,
try.
Paulie, I don't know if you can make this work. Your camera angle's looking sick, but somebody in the chat's asking you to look behind the Santa on the Coke livery.
Behind the Santa on the Coke livery, I can get in.
Yeah, we'll see if
Moving
we can
moving
find
target
him
here.
over here.
Moving target. What do you got in there? Got someone chilling out over here.
Oh, who's on the shoulder there?
Yeah. Who is that?
You gotta zoom in. You're real small on your screen. You can't tell.
Oh, it's a little. I'm getting as far as in I can. Oh gosh.
It's
struggling.
hilarious.
There you go. Look at Santa's eyes there.
Brooker Quigg's on a flyer right now. He's 0.8 down from P1, but he's 0.6 up on his previous best.
Yeah, and you just hit the under 2-minute mark, and again, chat helping me out. The top 30 is within 1 second, so it is really anybody's game here. I mean,
That's
you
just
move up
insane.
A 10th or 2.
Literally,
and
that's
it's
anybody's
multiple
game. You're right. Because,
Yeah,
like, racing
yeah.
conditions, you're not always going to be at your top pace. If any of these guys in the top 10 are going to be fighting each other, which they will be, It's literally anything can happen. The odds are probably dead on even.
What is up, Al? Al
we
says
got
hello
Al.
to everybody.
Well,
What's
Brooker
up,
Quick
Al?
finds 7.5 tenths now. Oh, he's so close. He lost a little bit, and then he gained it back in sector 3. I think if he strung together a perfect lap, he would be P1. But instead, he gets P2 by 700ths. What a lap, Brooker. Good recovery. And gorgeous car. Gorgeous, gorgeous car.
There's Nordstrom. He's up 2 tenths on his time in the beginning of his lap here. See if he can hold this one together. That'd be pretty strong. He's already in P5. Losing a little bit of it here, but still up on his time. See if he can make something happen here. And him in the picture-in-picture. Driver 61 there on the hood with this beautiful American-themed livery. They went 4th of July for their holiday, or maybe Memorial Day. Either way, God bless America.
God bless
the
America.
troops.
We need it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're especially right now.
Travis Robinson's still up on his time, as well as Sam.
Admins Racing Conglomerate, AMSE 3D Racing there.
Grant Cleansing improves by 6 tenths, good enough for P30. Just over, a hair over a second off of P1. So
Are
yeah,
Cleansing
P1 to
and
P30,
Lehman
1
teammates?
second.
Are Cleansing and Lehman teammates?
Oh.
Who allowed that?
Is Dromo not on his team this year?
No, Dromo's in a BMW.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait,
That's-
what? Oh, I clicked on, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, dang.
Well, time
That's
has
gonna be
expired,
a-
so if you are on a lap, you can finish it. Travis Nordstrom.
Yep.
By
By
last
one-
second, Nick
yeah,
Sand
almost 2
snags 4
tenths.
positions.
And that's going to move Travis Nordstrom to 2nd place here with a 159.5.
Wow.
You know who else is improving, though? Matt Lehman.
Matt Lehman.
By no small amount either. 2.5 tenths, looking for 3.
That should put him
That's
in at
half
least
the field
8th
right
here.
now. P19-2. P9.
P9, there
Told
you
you,
go.
Great
half the
lap,
field.
man.
And last but not least, Grant Cleansing, what's he gonna do? He's found another 2.5 tenths. Not quite good enough for half the field, but that'll put him in the P20s.
I would also like to point out that the slowest time on the grid is a 2:01.4, which is
So
like
fast.
my fastest.
So
Yeah,
fast.
like, that's crazy. And then our fastest time on the board, Blaine Hall, newcomer to SRA, a 1:59.4.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, this.
And I'm so excited
is
for
awesome.
this race now that we're about to get to show. Because
I'm
I'm sure it's
excited.
going to be non-stop battling, at least till the pit stop.
I'm nervous for these drivers. I'm sure they're nervous themselves, but once the green lights go, those nerves go away and it's time to race.
Why does it not let me drive soon so I can do custom cams?
Yeah, what? Why does it not let me drive? What?
I just want a free cam. That's so much.
Yeah, won't let me hit drive. Interesting.
Yeah, so they have 2 minutes to get their livery, or not liveries, their car setups. 40-minute pit window. And then we will have a full outlap, so you have to put enough fuel for a full outlap as well. And if you haven't noticed as well, if you can see there on the top right, the track temperature is 35 degrees Celsius, which is hot,
little toasty.
hot.
Does it get much hotter than that? I don't think I've ever seen it hit 40.
Yeah, I've never seen it over 35.
Yeah, but it's not letting you hit drive either.
Yeah. How disappointing.
It's a new one.
Interesting.
Oh, ACC. Yeah. So looking at who we got in the order here, B Hall, Nordstrom, Quigg. Who we got for the Silvers? Yarrington, Majid, Griffith. Yarrington,
Yarrington
as you guys
doing
were saying,
great.
new.
P5.
Yep. P5 overall, P1 for silver. Also newcomer, Specht and Griffith, I believe, was not in Division 1 last season. Both looking really good out there, and 10th and 11th overall, respectively. That would be 3rd and 4th for their subdivision.
And last second, let's do our track walk or our
Yep.
grid walk. I say that every time.
On a time crunch now.
Yep.
Yeah, so check out some of these holiday-themed liveries. In chat, we have a couple people verified in language, both shouting out Nick Sand. And looks like people have seen tracks 40 plus degrees
Ooh,
Celsius, so
gross.
it can get hotter.
Look at these gorgeous cyberpunk AMGs.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a couple incidences just off the drivers looking at each other's liveries here in this first lap.
Can't blame them.
Yeah,
Especially
no,
with this
at
one with
least-
the Grinch eyes staring into your soul.
So, any
on
favorites
there.
standing out yet? For liveries.
You know, for liveries, I got to go with the Gravedigger livery of Victor Diaz and Travis Robinson. That one is just fantastic. I just don't know how you can top that one.
I'm
I
really,
can't-
really partial to Fosley's livery. I love gold and black. I love black. This is tasteful, ornamental, pretty.
The SRA logo on the wing.
It's got everything. It's
Yeah,
a
it's-
little mystical, like a crescent moon. I love it. It's fantastic.
You saw there at on the hood too, the sometimes maybe good X Blind Hen, and that's two teams that merged together for this season. How we asked some chat too, I see some favorite liveries you guys are putting in here, the Cyberpunk Merc, the Gravedigger, the teeth on the Aston Martin,
Oh yeah, that one is pretty good. Who's driving that again?
the Aston
Yarrington.
Martin, yeah,
Yes.
the Yarrington. But yeah, let's hear in chat, let's hear some of our predictions on race winners and stuff here. Blaine Hall's a newcomer for SRA. Is he gonna, he's on pole now, is he gonna take the win? Also, if you're rooting for somebody, go ahead and put it in the chat. Maybe I can shout them out if they're listening while they're race. They'll love to hear that motivation.
Jeromo's BMW is also just so good looking too. Got the Hawaiian theme going on with it. And then, of course, there's the Badman drivers.
Bad.
Bad. Taking a look at the worst of them. Badman, Tyler James here, right next to Evan Kim. Both driving the Jack Skellington cars. These are pretty good as well.
I like it.
I
Legally
just don't like who's
infringing, but
driving
I like it.
Yeah. Of course, there's the wrapping paper job of Chris Stefiak.
I love that one too.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
And
A lot
they're
of great
lining up, it
liveries
looks
out there.
like.
Yep. All right, let's get to the front here.
So as they're lining up, I will call out, looks like we have somebody rooting for Travis Robinson to take P1. James Riley on the podium. Somebody thinks Nordstrom's going to take it all. Somebody's calling for the upset and having newcomer Yarrington take the lead.
Well, soon we are going to find out. It's going to be lights out any second now.
Yeah, it's going to be a dangerous first corner here. Red lights are going.
Green light, green light. Go,
And that's off and away for SRA. Looking at these drivers coming through the first turn here. Not a whole lot of shuffling just yet. People just kind of staying in their lanes. Some 3 wide action back there, but everyone seemed to have made it through okay. And it looks like Blaine Hall is already like a rocket ship taken away. We got Brooker Quigg still keeping it in third. A little bit of battle happening for fourth back there. That's between Normando and Majid, swapping back and forth positions right there. That's some Honda versus Aston, or rather Mercedes versus Aston action.
Matt Lehman gets
Honda
shown the
going on right
sand,
there.
quickly shuffles back on track, keeps his spot. Oh, and Loic gets
double
shoved
wide.
wide by Majid. Was that? Lost 3, 4, 5, soon having a lot of trouble getting back on track, getting
Trying to
harder
get a
and
safe
harder with all
rejoin
that
here.
traffic coming at him.
Oh, and there's carnage. There's the number 3 Aspect and Riley somehow came together here. I'm going to go back and try to watch this one. What happened here? Oh, Dromo's off, and somehow he just gets bumped off by someone. Takes Riley with him. A lot of front end and side damage right there. Not a great way to start your D1 debut, but he seems to be keeping it together here. Hopefully, maybe that new pit strategy might help him out here. He can decide if he wants to repair early on, won't lose as much time, and make it more viable to repair that damage and stay in the fight.
Oh, and looks like Spangler gets around McCroat, and then McCroat loses it, fishtails out off to the sand, and is going to go straight to the back of the field. Very unlucky.
Matt Lehman keeping it in the fight. He's gained 1 position since the start here, sitting in 7th place, right on the bumper of Dom Duran. Dom is definitely going to be feeling the pressure here, knowing how fast
and we
Matt
got
Lehman is
chaos.
back in that McLaren.
Oh, it's a
no.
parking lot.
Into the last chicane here.
I will
Cars
get
trying to
a
avoid.
replay of
Cars
that
on the
at a
grass
better
turning
angle.
around.
Oh no. Oh, and then it looks like Matt Lehman looks at the inside here and it's in the grass a little bit. He's going to lose a bunch of positions from that, falling back to 9th. He's going to wind up being in 10th position here, getting back on, shoving Travis Robinson out of the way, saying, you're not getting past me. Damage control right there. Travis Nordstrom taking the fight back to Blaine Hall, the newbie here. And now he's 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds off the back of them as they go into the Desmos here in picture-in-picture. Booker Quigg only 2/10 off the back of him, so good little fight for the lead going on here.
Nick Sand just edging around Dominic Duran. And Duran feels like Groundhog Day. Somebody else, he just did the same thing, off in the sand and then back on quickly. And Normando falling behind as well. Oh, and it's getting crowded back here.
Yeah, that hairpin's a tricky one, and that's 2 laps in a row now. I've seen cars taking it double. It's just double everywhere you look.
Every time a group goes through there, somebody's trading spots. It's too much to capture.
You're going to look at Yarrington here in picture-in-picture.
Metal
Oh,
on the
and
inside
I
here.
saw
Ooh,
that
he
coming.
tapped them.
Saw that coming. Vortex of danger right there. Jacob gets the worst of it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like he got wrecked, just spun. So back into the race for him.
Yarrington still holding his own up here. Newcomer sitting in 5th place. Him and Majid holding it down for the silver division, taking up 4th and 5th right now.
Oh, got more yellow flags. Contact with Dromo? Oh, Dromo got spun around. What happened? It's going into sector 3. Oh, he just too much rotation. He did, And I think he must have kept it pinned. That is really a shame because he was definitely a contender for one of the top contenders, at least in my mind, to take this race. But that makes it a lot harder.
Griffith, who was just on the back of Durant a second ago, falling a little back behind a little bit during the S's here. Griffith driving for Comic Racing in the Honda this season. Another fire-looking livery.
Oh, and we got contact. Rukowski again. What happened, buddy?
Unfortunately.
Again? Side by side with the... Oh, again. Twice in a row, a Honda on his inside. Oh, and then he gets a 1-2. At least it wasn't a 3.
Well, hopefully you get back on track. We are only, I believe, what's the time? So that's 6 minutes into the race here, so you got to survive for another 4, and then pit window will be open to fix that damage if you so choose to. Which, in a time like this, seeing so many cars going double, I mean, I will be interested to see if somebody pits early to fix some damage. They will have clean air. They won't have to be battling with people.
Oh, and Blaine Hall, yellow flag. He must have went off track.
That's our race leader, Blaine Hall.
And we got a fight now.
He still has P1. They're coming around the straightaway here. Nordstrom's on his outside.
And that's P3 in the mirrors.
Quigg all the way on the inside now.
This is P1
Quigg
through
might be in
5
front of
all within 2
Nordstrom.
seconds.
Got this little train here behind Griffith.
Quigg makes the pass on Nordstrom here, going into turn 1 to take P2. And he's hot on the heels of Blaine Hall. And that's 2 Mercedes.
Kunos, please nerf.
And this is our top 5 here, all within a
Oh,
second.
Kristefiak yellow flag and dropping down the order rapidly. Already lost 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yay. I didn't see what happened to him, but it's obviously catastrophic.
Demon behind, looking up the inside of Griffith here, trying to make some moves on. Battling for 8th position right now. As they go through the Desmos.
We're on the back of Nordstrom here, looking at
and Lehman
Majid,
side by
who is
side
now the silver leader, with Yarrington, the P2 silver behind him.
Looks like Lehman and Griffith are going side by side right now.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at in the picture-in-picture. Lehman just got by. Griffith, still a lot of pressure from behind.
Oh, and Majid's trying to go around the outside of the Porsche. Oh, and he almost gets it done, but he pits himself. No! We saw that coming. At least he's not totally wrecked. He just lost, maybe, what, 4 seconds? Could have been way worse.
Yeah,
He's very lucky to still be in this fight. Very, very lucky.
He's now P6.
And that leaves
Oh,
Quigg
he's
to duke
7,
it out with
excuse me.
Hall. Oh, is Nordstrom losing out? Another spot to Yarrington. Oh, and he's trying to fight back up the inside, and he, again,
Oh, in a race.
vortex of danger. These drivers are getting really racy with each other and sitting up the inside, and people aren't reacting clearly. Because every time we see it now, somebody's spinning.
So that makes Burger Quigg our race leader now, correct?
No, still Hall.
Oh,
He's fighting
Still
with
Hall,
Quigg.
excuse me, sorry. Still learning the liveries here.
Oh, Majid's got Duran poking up his inside. He won't be suffering from dirty or scrubbed or any of that kind of stuff with his tires. From that McLaren looked good. Or Ferrari, excuse me.
Yeah, that Coca-Cola Ferrari. Somebody in chat said it just as you did. Well, never mind. He didn't comment on his livery. He actually told Durant to eat him alive and take his lunch away. So that's some support right there.
Oh, it's getting real racy now.
Yeah, Matt Lehman getting off the curb a little bit. Just trying to bring the fight to Yarrington in front. Yarrington and Duran. Griffith falling off the back of Lehman almost a second here. Still in the fight with Robinson, Durant, and Tyler James. Great little train that I've been following here. A lot of great action. Yarrington and Duran now side by side. Yarrington losing the
We're gonna have
position.
some action here.
Getting a
Gaining
little
the
rubby.
position.
And the McLaren,
Matt
Lehman about
Yep.
to capitalize on all of it, trying to get a better exit, not quite finding the path.
But he's going to almost get along side by side here with Yarrington if he can maintain that draft and get that speed. Yarrington trying to break the draft. Matt
Are they
Lehman
gonna go
trying
3
to move
wide?
inside isn't going to make it happen. Not
Yarrington
quite going
up
to
the
go 3
inside
wide.
here, ahead of Duran.
Well, he's trying to hold it
Duran-
around the
Lehman's trying
outside.
to follow through. Lehman slips on the curb here.
Wow, this is
Yarrington
some nail-biting
gets the
racing
move
right
done.
here. And all the while, they've had a whole pack of 4 that just caught up to them all.
Yep.
So now this just
That was
turned
that
into a
Griffith pass.
7-way.
Yep.
Oh, Quig, yeah, falling off the hall now. 2 whole seconds.
Lane Hall, you can't come in here and make it look that easy, man.
Clearly he can. Can somebody stop him?
That's the real question. Get in there, boys. Come on.
We
Can't
will
let-
see, because that gap he pulled is going to be highly important for him, because
Oh, and
P2 are currently
we got a
fighting.
yellow
Oh, and we have a
flag.
car on.
One of our favorites, Durant's got spun. What
Oh
happened?
no,
I'll get the replay right now.
Ran is not spun.
Durant's.
Oh, okay.
Yep, very, very similar
Oh,
names,
and he
but
did it
they're-
to him. You do it to yourself, you do. Yeah, that curb sucks. A little too much gas, too much spin. Let's check back in that excellent fight we were watching, though. Looks like it's narrowed down to a 5-way now.
If you stay tuned after the race, Jess is going to give a Radiohead concert
I would love to.
afterwards. It's for sponsors only, so. Huge shout out to our sponsors, everyone that contributes in the Discord, and all those who sponsor us on Twitch. It really helps us out. Thank you for that.
Oh, and a battered and bruised Koadromo. Lost another position to probably not equally unhappy Rukowski. Falling back to P30, and man, just look at the damage on that car. That sucks. Any more in that hood will start flying up.
Rand starting to bring the fight back to Yarrington here. Looks like the back of that group fell off a little bit here, but still a great little 3-way forming up here.
We have some of our first pitters, Brown, Diaz, Santana, and Dromo. Not surprised at all to see Dromo pitting. I would fix that ASAP too.
Yeah, that will make it a little bit more interesting with people deciding to fix damage. A lot of the times it was just don't fix it if it's under a certain amount, because it may not be worth it. But over the course of a longer period, you may think it's worth it to fix that 4 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds of damage, a little bit of wing damage, get better grip on the track. You might feasibly be able to make that up.
Here's Vicini all over the back of Kinger in a Porsche.
And I think Vicini has a little bit of damage. I've seen that hood bounce a lot. Oh, and he's looking for the inside, thinking about it. We've seen some catastrophic decision making done there before. Thinks better of it.
I thought better of going up the inside there, spoon. Try to get the toe here to make up for that front end damage here going to 130R.
Oh, I did not catch it,
Oh,
but
Majid.
people were avoiding traffic there. Majid somehow stopping early. Oh, and Majid's going to get pushed right into the pit lane. by someone. That might have been Griffith in the Honda that just pushed him right in.
Pit lane's closed, folks.
Yeah, pit lane is closed yet again. Can I find him? This is not good for him. Now he's backing up. Look at this. Oh, now he's going to have to go into the pits. He's probably pissed.
What a disaster.
Oh, man. What can you do?
Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Always look on the bright side of life. Because the pit lane's open right now.
A decent bit of the field here actually has pit. That's a lot of green.
Yeah.
Joao Semedo bringing the fight to Carter. There's another one I want to get the close cam in on.
So I do want to mention that Rooker Quigg is still within a second here, or 1.2, 1.1 of our race leader.
Oh yeah, that fight's not over. And neither is the fight with Lehman and Duran. They just swapped places again.
Lehman has had a great start to this race here. He's up 3 spots. Travis Robinson, who's in 8th, is up 5 spots. Tyler James in 10th place is up 6.
Ooh, Lehman getting loose. That's exactly what Duran wants to see.
It's the battle for 18th place here in the picture-in-picture. Joao Semedo and Taylor Carter.
Oh, they could reach out and touch each other's cars.
Yep, they're awful close. Going down the back stretch here, going into the 130R. And looks like Taylor Carter's going to spin out there. Joao's going to take that position.
Oh,
breaking into the chicane makes it just fine.
He's alive, though. He's alive.
And this sliding is really going to hurt here. Well, it's going to hurt their tires, and they're really going to feel it at the end of the race.
Grant Cleansing and Matt Lehman seem to have gotten their color scheme mostly the same, but maybe a little bit off there. It looks like he's elected for the satin metallic, while Matt has offered gone with the gloss orange and white car there. Grant Cleansing now on the back of Taylor Carter, 5/10 away. Now closing that up to 2/10. Taylor Carter makes another mistake here. Grant's going to be looking to get by.
Oh, he wants it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he smells it.
1/10, 2/10, bouncing back and forth. He's not going to be able to take him here. If he can get a good exit out of here, he can set him up. Losing a little bit of time here, but he may be trying to
maybe an exit out of
cross him up there. Oh, he's sniffing.
Yeah, Cleansing's trying to set something up here.
Wrong car.
A little too far behind here, coming up into the hairpin.
Oh, look at that exit, though, or that apex speed of that McLaren.
You're already at spoon.
Just reeling him in, reeling him in.
Yep.
Come on, you got to find that opening for a move, though.
Here we go into 130R.
Unfortunately, that McLaren top speed is going to hurt him a little bit.
Oh, I got to jump ahead to this three-way fight right now, though. Normando just got around Riley and Kim, it looks like in one move. I want to catch a replay of that, actually. Oh, right. A little bit of contact on the exit, and he holds it around the outside, gets the inside.
Cleansing decides that he can't get by and gets into the pits. Stallworth on the back of Anderson here. Some Honda on Porsche action going on here. Stallworth in that wonderful gas or die Grinch flavored Honda skin this year. Looks like the grid has broken up a little bit in the back here. But Jay Riley is bringing the fight to Omjeet's Pav and Evan Kim. And,
I just know that the moment I look away, something's going to happen here. I can feel it. So, Spangler entering the pits now. I'm guessing to repair some sort of damage because a couple minutes ago I saw him drop a couple spots and delta increase.
Yeah, and there's our 40-minute mark, so we're 20 minutes into this race already.
Oh, Nick Sand brought the delta to P3 down to 1/10. Podium right in front of his face.
And Quigg is still right within a second of Paul. They're lapping lap for lap, and some of you guys are wondering what the pace here. Our top runners here, Hall is running, his last lap was a 2:02.3 as they cross the line here. Quigg a 2:01.9, Nordstrom 2:02.2, Sand with the 2:02 as well. So high 2:01s.
Looks like it, yeah, everybody's best lap up top here is mid to high 2:01s.
Robinson and Duran duking it out here. I was saying before, Robinson eager to make a good season. Didn't have the best luck last season. Robinson is one of the most formidable drivers in SRA. Extraordinarily fast, and it shows. Sitting in P7, hanging with one of the best, Dom Duran. They're driving great out there. 9/10 apart from each other, but they have been getting closer and further. It was 0.8, 0.7. But, yeah, great race so far from him. I'm saying the grid has split up a little bit here. But I'm going to take a look at McCroat, who's 2 or 3 tenths off of Fazli Majid, going to the T1 here. Two very fast drivers. McCroat looks like he's teamed up with Coadromo this season in that Hawaiian-themed BMW. Looking fantastic. Now McCroat's right on the back of Majid here. He's definitely got to be feeling the pressure. Looks like that BMW does have a little bit of damage on him. I don't know. Could be affecting him as well. But we did see Majid have some sort of incident. He was at the top there for a while and had some sort of incident that I didn't catch on screen, and had to go into the pits. So he lost quite a few positions. Now this is the battle for 30th position. So both of these drivers may have gotten knocked back early on and are trying to fight their way to the top, slowing themselves down, fighting each other.
Duran and Robinson come together. I just see him spinning. Let's see what caused it.
Uh-oh. This is not good.
Travis went for that side
2
here
into 1 does not work.
Oh.
And he gets way the worst of it.
Yep.
And Duran just now getting back on track safely. Let everyone get by. Robinson keeping that position, still sitting in, or gaining the position, going into 6th place there. Yeah, Duran now in 17th position with Anderson in front and Durant's behind. It doesn't look like he's got too much damage, just a spin. Hopefully he didn't scrub his tires too bad, but definitely not a great thing to happen. See if he can fight his way back to the top.
Even with that, with him falling back, now our fight for the top 5 drivers is within a second and a half. So that gap between Hall and Quigg just evaporated, and we got a race again.
So it got
Quigg
brought
put
up
on the
in
afterburners.
It got brought up in chat a little bit earlier. Somebody was rooting for Travis Nordstrom here in the Porsche and said that the Mercedes tire wear is pretty bad here, and it puts Travis in a very good position here potentially to win the race. And that's what we're thinking now is maybe the Mercs tire wear starting to come in. There was even thoughts that our race leader now
nearly coming together right there. Wow.
Yeah. Very close indeed.
That's going to put P4 Sand right on the back of Nordstrom here. We'll see if he has a run here into turn 1. He looks like he does. A lot of strip, chooses the outside line here.
Your hip
he's
is
got
really choppy for me.
really choppy. Interesting. I'm getting good FPS.
Oh, it's improving. It's probably just Discord right now.
Okay.
Ignore it. And these two are still fighting.
Yeah. Nordstrom managed to keep it through T1 there, T1 and 2. Keeping it through the S's, showing where the
and
Porsches are really
Normando's
good
off
at.
the track, losing 3 spots immediately for it.
Now Quig is breaking away from Sand here, trying to catch back up with the group he was with before. He's put a 2-second gap between him and Quig. He was 0.4 second gap before. So let's see how quickly he can make that up. Now bringing it down to 1.7. Yarrington coming up and joining this battle of fun here too. 0.5 off of Sand. Sand's 0.5 off of Nordstrom. So let's see if this group can catch up with the front together.
Dom Duran dropping another
OMG,
2
it's
spots.
Pav. Evan Kim. Look at this little train we got going on here. Quite a lot of cars come together. We got 2 cars side by side. That's Vicini and Schwartz were going side by side there for a second. Schwartz in the white Honda there, and Vicini is in the Rainbow Warrior. Or actually the other way around. My apologies.
Yeah, I know we said earlier the grid split up, but I don't know. I mean, that's
This is pretty
that's
tight.
close.
Now it's
right there.
tightening
That's
back up, yep.
Yep, that's
Especially this far in the race. About halfway through the race, at 33 minutes left to go right now. I can't see how many people pitted, but how many people have pitted up to this point, Jess?
Pretty much everybody behind P17.
Okay, so the front runners.
Also 15 and 16.
Well, I guess, yeah. It looks like someone's sliding out there. That was a Honda of Normandy sliding out, losing a couple positions there, falling back to 12th.
Ooh, Evan Kim nearly
Looks like
getting
there's some action going up front there.
Pav up his inside. He's sniffing. It looks like he's kind of being held up by Tyler. When Tyler misses the apex, this is his moment. Oh, he's not brave enough. I don't blame him. But he's got Pav right behind him. He doesn't have time to be
Evan's got to be really
dilly-dallying.
careful about when he decides to make a move here, because if he makes a move and it doesn't stick, he is opening the door for the cars behind him to pass him, and there's a lot of them.
Like, I understand not wanting to hurt your teammate, but your teammate's hurting you if you don't pass them. I think they're just on sister teams and not in the same car or anything. But still,
Spin him out, Evan. Come on. This is how you can redeem yourself
Do it.
for joining
Do
the
it
Dads.
now.
You got to show that there's no real team loyalty. You're just there to race. Take your check. Spin him out. Yeah, it's the Dadmans have taken half of the team into the Badmans, or half of the SRA Discord, as Yarrington, or OMG, it's Pav rather, elects to head into the pits. The Dadmans have completely taken over. If I remember last season, they were complaining about how big my conglomerate was. Then they decided to invite literally like 20% of the racing registered drivers into their team. So, like, I'm not sure how that works, but It does. Okay. So I don't know. Tyler must be paying him checks. Say, hey, don't wreck me out. It's the only thing I can come up with here.
Just a few
Yeah,
moments
he's-
ago, Matthew Marlowe, after I think following Victor Diaz for like 5 laps or so, just got around him. Good stuff. I think
Oh, and
Marlowe's new. I don't recognize his name. Oh, and Stallworth, yellow flagged.
Looks like I just saw a stop go 30 there. I believe
somebody.
it was for James Kinger in the Porsche.
I think you're right.
Bassini 4/10 off the back of Schwartz. Evan Kim once again 4/10 off the back of Tyler James. Slow group did split up just a little bit here, but pockets of battles going on up in the front.
Yeah, and our race leaders here, Hall and Quigg, are still very close. Quigg is half a second off of Hall.
We got McLaren on McLaren Violence. Lehman going up the inside of Cleansing.
That's
Reeling
a
in
team.
Duran. Are they? They don't have the same shade of orange. Oh yeah, it's the same car. You're right. Team orders. Team ordered violence. Sanctioned violence.
Who knows? Maybe it wasn't team orders. Maybe it was disobeying team orders. You never know. It would be cool if we could do radio check-ins like F1 does.
Very spooky perspective.
It's Tyler and Evan still running together here. Super close.
Both with the Jack Skellington themed Nightmare Before Christmas liveries here.
They look so good.
You know, I'm wondering with them being in different cars if Evan's having a hard time passing Tyler here, just in the sense that he might be faster at different parts of the track.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Definitely true.
Ooh, almost
Evan
thinking.
is looking very dominant here, though. Keeping with the Honda through the S's must really be putting the pressure on Tyler. Tyler having a great race here so far, 7th place. This would be a fantastic finish for him. I know he'd be happy with it. Evan Kim switching back from the McLaren of last season into a car he's a little bit more familiar with, or at least the driving style, the Aston Martin. He says that he's really been loving this car. He feels very confident in it, way more so than he was feeling with the McLaren last season. So, looking good so far.
That's good.
And speaking of car switches, Matt Lehman back in the McLaren. So this is juicy. He decided last season he wanted to change things up. He had been driving the McLaren for many, many seasons and had never switched. He said that he picked up the game, he picked that car, and then he drove that to just absolute dominance for multiple seasons.
He's going to go up the inside here of Victor.
Yep.
It's Victor went a little wide through Spoon.
Very nice.
Showing the
Confident, bold,
familiarity.
going right up the inside.
Yep, showing that familiarity with the McLaren. So he decided to hop back in it. I guess he didn't like the BMW that much. Looking really good here.
Oh, so he took a short vacation from the McLaren, that's all?
Yep, I guess so. But I know Matt Lehman wants to be at the top here. Sitting in 21st place is not where he feels comfortable at. He's got a faster pace than all the other drivers around him, so he is making his way back through the grid. Parker Quigg still bringing the fight to Blaine Hall here. 5/10 away. Both of those AMGs still out front. As someone said in the chat here, that tire wear may be affecting these drivers a little bit more than some of the other cars on the track here. The tire wear is poor here. Looks like Nordstrom and San behind.
We have a blue flag in the mix. Travis Nordstrom's
yes.
teammate in front of him is blue flagged right now.
That was confusing me a little bit. If I were him, I would get out of the way. Let Nordstrom bring it up.
He's clearly humoring him because his teammate's like, oh, it's fine. But no, it's not fine. Let your teammate around you so you can go fight for P2. And I think that might be what's happening right now.
That's Kinger.
That's what's happening right now.
Yep.
Yes.
There we go.
Happens.
Nordstrom 0.8 off of the back of Quigg and Hall. So very close to this fight indeed. 25 minutes left of the race here at Suzuka.
His livery juked me for I saw the mountains on the back, and for a second I thought it was crumple damage. I thought his diffuser was toast.
Hey, that's maybe is a way to hide it there. Advanced strategies. Who knows?
It took Travis absolutely no time once he got around his teammate to reel in P2.
They were absolutely flying through those two fast right-handers there. With 25 minutes left, this is your race leaders here. Paul, Quigg, Nordstrom.
A yellow flag from Tyler James. He's off the track after the Desmos here. He's going to lose a couple positions. Evan Kim, Schwartz, and Normandeau all getting by, and Anderson. Tyler slots into 9th place here. I'm going to see if I can get a little replay about what happened. Looks like he just got loose out of the Desmos, and no one else was tapped or touched. So,
yeah, right back on track. Could have been way worse.
Maybe gave that Lamborghini a bit of a scare there, but everything was all good. Tyler James now 0.1, 0.2 tenths off the back of Anderson here. See if he can make something happen and try to gain those positions back. Was sitting in 5th place. Now Evan Kim has taken up the reins.
Brooker Quigg taps out, says, I'll take a breather. First to the front runners right now to do so.
There you go.
I guess they're still racing Yerington, aren't they? Or
yes.
Nick
yes.
Sand.
Both of them. Yerington was up in that pack as well.
A little surprised quick pit, but I'm guessing he wants some free air here, maybe.
Maybe he wants to cool off his tires or something.
Yeah.
Or it was getting pretty tight there. 22 minutes left of the race. He figures he may as well pit now and not risk the chance of an accident. He can make it up with more clear air.
That's him leaving pit, so he did do a splash and dash there, because that was a mighty quick pit stop. Shout out to his pit crew.
Oh, Matt Lehman, that's a good yellow flag, losing a couple spots. Doesn't look like it was anything too bad.
Still ahead of Yerington here by a good bit, so maybe Yerington did fall off for another reason.
I think he did, yeah, because now Nick Sand was the front runner of people who had pit before. But even so, Quigg is still in front of him. And Normandeau, stop go 30. Going too fast.
Normandeau having a tough time with the his D1 debut here. He clearly has the pace, but this has not been an easy race for him. So I'll have to see how he can handle all that. Sitting in 16th at the moment. Nordstrom fell off a little bit from Hall.
Just a little bit.
Now 1 second away. But still, that is mighty close for the top couple drivers here. 21 minutes left to go in the race.
Looks like only 8 drivers have yet to pit.
We got one heck of a fight going on here. Lehman, Duran, Diaz, and Marlowe all together in a good little pack here. Marlowe ahead of the pack just by a little bit, but these folks can definitely catch up.
Nose to tail, all of them.
A little fancy with the camera work here for you guys. watching these guys go through Spoon. Still nose to tail. Duran looks like he's creeping up there on Victor Diaz. Battling for the 19th position there. Matt Lehman falling off just a little bit. Both these drivers should be able to stick it just fine through here. The Aston looking a little bit more stable here as Matt Lehman goes spinning face first into the wall. There's going to be some good damage there as he's going to fall back to 23rd. No, he's going straight to the pits. He says race is over.
If you pause it at just the right moment, we caught when the soul left his body.
Most definitely.
Saw it
Nordstrom.
just go through the top of the car and just.
Nordstrom now catching back up to Hall, putting the pressure back on the leader. 0.3 of a gap here, and he's going to pass him right here at Spoon, gaining the edge here. That Mercedes has that top end power here on that straight, so they're going to be side by side. Oh,
going
and there
130R here.
And there you see it happen. That Porsche is just so much slower on the straights. You see if he can make it happen though. Just not able to.
He just doesn't have
so
the power,
close.
man.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
He wasn't clear. He comes
they tap
across.
each other off here.
There's still a Porsche there, sir.
Oh no!
And he does cut.
Oh
no! And he cuts too hard.
Oh, and he cuts the.
Oh no!
This is a
and they
tragedy.
All say, oh man! Everybody that was in that fight
Everyone's
says, nope,
going
I'm
into the
going
pits.
To the pits. This is over.
That was brutal.
Oh,
My goodness.
So
Blaine Hall just now getting in the pits. He's gonna lose a lot of time there, and not to mention what damage he has. Yep, 3 seconds behind Nordstrom and Robinson, who pulled in just ahead of him. Ouch, that was brutal.
I totally
there was also a blue flag murdered in there.
He wanted to lose as little time as possible from. Well, I won't rule on whose fault the incident was, but there was an incident, so he goes off and he's like, okay, I want to lose as little time as possible. Let me straight line it in. I don't know if he wanted to pit then, or if he's just trying to get on the racing line, but he clearly was not expecting there to be another car there. And wow, just talking about a never-ending disaster. So let's see how that shaped up for him. So Evan Kim has not pit yet. He's the front runner. People who still haven't. Travis Robinson though, where's it? My game is not quite updated.
Travis looked like he came out right behind. Yeah, Evan. Travis might be in great shape here. I'm not sure after all those incidents there who ended up in front, but it might be Travis.
Yeah, because Nordstrom. Because that held up Nordstrom and everybody else a bit. So Nordstrom starts his pit, and he's behind him.
Looks like Quigg is still in front of Travis actually. Quigg has served his pit stop.
Oh yeah. So, thanks to that drama with our previous front runners, Quigg pit early, so he's been racing them, just not on the same spot the whole time. He might be our front runner now. I do think he might be our actual P1 right now.
Jeffries in chat is very excited that Travis is doing very well. That was his pick for race winner here. So we'll see if Travis can get it done. That'd be, I don't know, maybe Jeffries going to win this lottery.
Well, Evan Kim is our de facto P1 right now until he pits. And I think he's using this opportunity with this clean air to just scream along. And he's, seems like he's going really fast here. And low 202s, which is good for the rest of the grid. Hopefully he can gain a little bit of time on the rest of these folks that got up in that incident there, and he can be in this fight as well.
Well, we're going side by side, Chris Brown and Blaine Hall. You got a little scrappy going in the braking zone there. Oh, and yeah, Blaine's car is definitely damaged. That's going to hurt his top end a lot.
Sand and Nordstrom battling it out here. Nordstrom pulling ahead a little bit, but they were a half a tenth off from each other. Nordstrom is also coming up on the back of Robinson.
This might be the race. These two and Quig.
This has got to be one of the closer races we've seen. I feel like so many drivers have done so well. The grid is it's like loose and tight at the same time. All the drivers are within, a couple seconds of each other max. No big gaps, but no one's just close enough to have a real battle going here. Very close in pace.
And this wider pit window means there's just a lot longer time that there are multiple fights going on in different spaces of time. So I'm sure Evan Kim's, he's got to be wondering, just like we are too, am I winning? He looks like he's winning.
Well, if he can maintain this this great pace that he's got going here, then he can actually have a chance at fighting for the lead here, or at least being the lead pack. He's got some clean air in front of him.
Quig.
Yeah,
Pretty
and
close pace.
yeah, it seems like most of the field right now is lapping within the high 202s, dipping into the 203s. So that is a competitive pace for where he's at.
Pav and Semedo going side by side in the final corners. Oh, and Semedo little loose and drives into Pav. Pav getting back on track pretty quickly though. Marlo hunting down Vicini.
Once again with his D1 debut, holding it
Marlo
down.
Up the inside here, and they connect here into turn 1. We've seen this before. Another car in the sand there. That's going to be Marlo who took. Looks like he, got the worst of it there. That might be an incident up to the stewards there.
I do think they'll be looking at that later. We will look at possibly the fight for P1 right now, though.
Parker Quig
All
and
over
Tyler James. Yep. He's got a blue flag behind him.
Yes, he does.
Over Mercedes. That's it's giving him some trouble.
I think that's Majid.
That
isn't
would
it?
be Majid, yeah, who's in 35th right now. But
Not where he should be.
letting Quig know that if he didn't have some sort of issue, he'd be giving him the fight of his life right now.
So
Quig pushed off track there a little bit. Majid getting by him. Very interesting. Majid letting him by, realizing his mistake there, just letting all these drivers through.
Very, very kind of him to do.
So we'll see if Kim Schwartz and James pit here. They only have 2.5 minutes left here to do it, so they don't pit this
now's
lap.
the time.
Travis Robinson using that little kerfuffle
And he
with the blue
does.
flag there, who is, now 0.3 seconds behind him. And those folks going to the pits, Tyler James and Matt Schwartz.
Evan looks like he stayed out here, so Evan's
has.
he's got to make a good lap here. Or, well, he's just got to not spin. I mean, if you spin it on this lap, you might not make it into pits in time.
And the gap,
So he's got to.
Quig is only 14 seconds.
Going in as late as possible, trying to use the advantage that he has in the front with all that clean air. See if he
Travis
can
Robinson,
gain more lap time.
0.3 here behind Quig. I will be interested to see, do we think 14 seconds is a large enough gap for Evan to come out in front?
I have no idea.
So
I know it'll be
time-
close, though.
I'm looking at average time in pit is about 37 seconds. So it'll put him, he'll still be high up though. He'll be in like 6th or 7th.
Oh.
Yeah, but our fight for the lead here is going to be Quig and Travis Robinson, and Nordstrom's not too far behind Robinson either.
Nordstrom's definitely still in this fight here. Travis Robinson's got to be feeling really good about himself sitting in this position. Like I said, this is a bit of a comeback season for him, and I'm really rooting for him to do good here in that very awesome looking Grave Digger 73, following our holiday SRA livery theme here. All the liveries that you see on track are custom, or most of them are. So as you see them and admire them, make sure to go hop in the Discord and let these people know how well they did, because, man, it does look fantastic out here.
Nick Sand's got that blue flag Mercedes behind him, looking real impatient. He wants to, but he knows he shouldn't.
About 10 minutes left of this race here.
Looks like he was
Travis
gonna spin it
Robinson.
right there.
Yep, getting on that curb a little bit, but now 6/10 off the back of Quigg. Evan Kim hopping into the pits there, so we're gonna have to see where he pops out. He instantly goes down 4 positions there.
Oh, and it'll be plenty more. Yeah, he was not in the fight. Was totally off.
Well, hopefully he got his screenshots and his video of him in P1 there.
Oh yes, you gotta get the content. Gotta
Be
get
great
the flex
for the
for the
highlight
gram.
reel.
Yeah,
Yep.
right? Look, Mom, I was in P1.
That's nice, honey.
Mom, get the camera.
Travis Nordstrom now 5/10 off the back of Robinson. Robinson losing out a little bit here to Quigg as he puts on the afterburners. Now 9/10 off the back of him. San also still in this fight here, only a second off of Nordstrom. 9.5 minutes left of this race. This is some of the closest battling that we have seen for first place. Normally you get 1 or 2 guys who are duking it out there at the top, but 4 people with the fight and the potential to take this P1 here in these last couple laps. That's really good. So huge props to the placement team and making sure everyone gets a spot here tonight, and making such close grids. And looks like Robinson's getting a little loose through Spoon there, not taking the line he wants, getting a little bit of gravel, falling off the back of Robinson there, now 1.3 seconds back, and under direct pressure from Nick Sand, 0.3 seconds behind. Fazli Majid causing all kinds of a ruckus back there, just right on the tail of Nick Sand. Man, that is close, and Nick Sand spins out.
Oh,
That was not Fazli Majid's fault. He did back off early there, but maybe that extra speed, that extra run he was giving him with the draft there didn't help him. Doesn't look like he's got too much damage in the front there, but that takes out one of our contenders for the lead here as he slips back on track in P6.
Yarrington and Mitchell say thank you very much and take P4 and P5. But they are not the only people battling. We got like a 5-6-way battle going on right now for P10, P9. It's crazy back here.
And Douglas Mitchell kind of came out of nowhere this race to come up with the top 5 this late in the race. So he's going to be very happy with this finish if he can hold it out. Joao Samido, a newcomer to the Division 1, was in Division 2 last season, looking really good out here. 0.4 seconds off of Evan Kim in front of him. So Evan made it out in 8th place. Still not a bad running for him. Definitely where he wants to be. Former teammates battling out here. Joao deciding to stay with the better team. And Champion Motorsports driving that beautiful McLaren, while Evan Kim decides to be a traitor and defect to the Badmans. It's in their name too. Wow, 0.4 seconds off the back. All that complaining last season, Evan Kim, I heard of the McLaren. Now there's one breathing you down. Right down your back.
So just keeping us updated on the race leader here. Rupert Quigg has a 0.7 second advantage here over Travis Robinson. So he's not out of the clear yet. And they're still lapping low 202s here at the end of the race on low fuel and worn tires.
Yeah, Vicini, Duran, Pav, Hall, all duking it out here for 10th place. Hall was our former leader, had that incident up at the top there with Travis Nordstrom falling back to 10th place. Still not a bad finish, but he definitely wanted more out of that. But we're definitely going to have to look out for him next week, see if he can win this.
Chris Stefik sending it right up the inside of Santana. Getting the job done. Anderson, though, yellow flagged. Looks like he went way wide on 150, or is that 130? I don't know. I'm not a nerd. Well, I am. Not this kind of nerd.
Oh, and Vicini taps Duran off. Uh-oh. They were
I'll
duking it out
catch
real
a
good
replay
there.
of that
Went
right
out for the
now.
better view. Duran gets bumped off track. Just a very light bump. Unfortunate for him. He slips back on from, that would be 12th place, falling back to 15th. Not too bad, but man, that sucks. Only 5 minutes left in this race, so it's going to be hard-pressed for him to get any of those positions back. OMG, it's Pav. During all that commotion, is now right off the bumper of Blaine Hall. 0.3 seconds. Some Aston versus Mercedes action going on here. Hall looks like he gets a bit of a better exit here. He's got some front end damage, so that's definitely slowing him down. OMG it's Pav is setting a faster last lap here by 0.2, so Hall may be falling off late in the race here. As someone was saying in chat, with the excessive tire wear on the Mercedes may be affecting these numbers as well. Joao Samido also still keeping it cool. Just going off in spoon there.
Yeah.
Maybe gave him a little bit of a curse. He was 0.3, now 0.6 off the back of Evan Kim. May still be able to make something happen here in the final 4 minutes left of the race for that 8th position. And back to another update here at the top. Brooker Quigg in first place. Travis Robinson still trying to run him down. 0.6 off the back of him, going through T1, T2 here, going into the S's. Still can make something happen. Any little mistake that Brooker Quigg makes, he's going to be right there to capitalize. So I'm going to probably keep an eye on this in the picture-in-picture for the rest of the race while you guys focus on some of the other battles.
Yeah, it's settled down a little bit around P10, but we still got 3 battles. 6 drivers duking it out right now.
And Robinson is half a second off of Quigg here for the lead.
Robinson losing a little bit of speed there.
So Travis Robinson is up 11 spots from the start of the race. We have Douglas and Mitchell up 17 spots. Joao Samido up 20 spots. So some great drives here in SRA today. And Yarrington is our P1 for silver, with Douglas and Mitchell P2 for silver class right now.
What a performance from both of them.
Yeah, Yarrington looks like he's having a great race here for his first time.
Yeah, that's one hell of a way to kick it off,
right.
huh? Oh, this pair of battles collapsed into one.
0.3 seconds. Travis is off with the lead here.
2 minutes left of the race, so this is going to be one of the last laps here. This should be probably the second to last lap.
I think you're right.
Looks like something's going to happen here into the third chicane. Late on the brakes, but every car sticks into position.
Oh,
No,
nearly. And he does, and they all come together. Little taps. Oh, and how rude. Doesn't even wait for Hall. Just going to do a punt to pass. Tisk, tisk.
Yeah, it's a bump and pass.
26-year penalty.
So with 1:20 left, I'm waiting to see when that last lap, leaders on the final lap, is going to pop up. So Nordstrom looks like he's caught up to Robinson in P2, and he's half a tenth off of Robinson. we're on board now with Travis Robinson. That is our race leader right in front and P3 right behind. They have been lapping pretty steadily, but the nerves are kicking in now. Tires are wearing. Looks
Arm
like he has
spaghetti.
a little more speed here. Right on the bumper.
Almost taste him.
It's now or never. Last lap. This is why we race.
Oh, and he gets a better run. He doesn't have to compromise his exit. Not enough to get the move.
Right, man. The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final
In that
push.
draft, though. 0.2, 0.3.
That's
You may be
times
able to
up
get a
on
better
the
exit
clock.
here.
Oh, Robinson and
Oh,
Quigg
falling
nearly
back
gapped
off.
Nordstrom, but Nordstrom's got those Porsche brakes. He came right back up. And Nordstrom coming right back. He's about to put more pressure on Robinson than Robinson's putting on Quigg.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see maybe we don't even see a move here, because if Travis can get anywhere close to Quigg, I'm sure he's going to try to send it, but you got to think twice with P3 right behind you.
Yep. Oh,
I
look at
think
that
he's
rotation.
just gotta send it.
Robinson got almost got a great exit out of there.
Quigg
Oh,
might have just gotten a better exit. Both looking phenomenal out here.
They're definitely feeling the tire wear there. Their last laps are nowhere close to their best this session.
Here we go, coming around. Spoon putting the power down, trying to make sure you have grip with these worn tires. Travis is definitely in some slipstream here for 130R. Can he keep it around the bend? He's wide, but he's in track still. Hard on the brakes, and it looked like Quigg might pull this off here.
Looks
Here
like
we go. To the line. It's a
Last
drag
corner.
race.
Yep,
Quigg's
every
definitely
driver
going to
looks
take it here.
clean off the run. What a race. There comes the flashing lights from our race winner, Brooker Quigg. P2, Travis Robinson. P3, Nordstrom. Great
Colin.
race in there.
What
from our
a
top.
show. Thank you, everybody.
If you
Yarrington,
could write that down.
Yep, I got it, Paul.
Thank you.
P1 for silver, P4 overall. What a performance from him, too.
Oh,
P2
they're all
and
lining
5
up here.
respectively for Mitchell.
All lining up here on the turn 1 apron here. Cini, 5/10 off up to the line here, finishing 11th. So our silver winners, Yarrington, Mitchell, and Brown.
They're all over the place. A drag race between Marlowe and James, yeah. Barely 2/10 separating them.
What an exciting race. What a great
Yeah,
race.
that
What a
was
season
crazy,
one,
start to
or
finish.
Season 6, race 1.
6.
Season 5.
Season 5.
What? I
We
don't know
got a
what you're
time
on.
traveler.
I don't know. It's been
Lock
a
him
long
up.
race. I'm sorry.
Interrogate
I'm
him.
sorry.
What's next year like? Do I win?
But, hey,
Did I win
do you know,
season 5?
Do you know the future?
Brooker Quigg wins season 6, race 1. Brooker Quigg wins it. I'm saying it now. I'm calling it. That's my prediction.
Well, yeah, that was a fantastic race. A lot of new folks coming in and showing that they're how good they are. All the established drivers here in the league. Yarrington really making it look good out there. Brown also really looking good out there. Marlowe had a great finish as well. All these are new drivers to SRA, so congratulations to you guys coming in and showing us how it's done over here. And a great finish from Douglas Mitchell. He's definitely going to be excited to have a finish like this. P5, something
Oh, he's got to
he
be
just
thrilled.
hasn't. Yeah, it's been a while for him to be up at the top, but here he is. who are we bringing in here for our interviews, our post-race interviews here at SRA? If you didn't know, and if you get a top 3 in either your divisions, we'll pull you in for a brief little interview. So hop into the race chat or any chat of your choice so we can pull you in here and bother you a little bit.
I think I see Brooker Quigg in race chat too.
Okay, Brooker Quigg, I'll bring him in. And if it'll let me.
You just moved to race review 1. I'll put him in the
Okay.
cooldown room. All you.
All right, here we go. Boom. Brooker Quigg, welcome to the commentator's booth. Congratulations on the win. The inaugural race of Season 5 here at SRA at Suzuka. You looked fantastic out there. You had a lot of competition up in the front. A lot of people dropping out from accidents. I'm sure you saw the kerfuffle that happened with Blaine Hall, the newcomer, and I believe Travis Nordstrom there at the front, pushing Blaine Hall back. I mean, how do you feel about the race and how the events around you transpired to get you this win here?
So actually I didn't end up seeing what happened there, but it was in a voice chat where I could hear people talking about it. So honestly, it was something that was pretty unexpected. I did do an undercut on Blaine just because I knew I could see he was struggling so much with his tires, and I kind of was at that same point. So I knew I was like, I'm going to take the risk, try and do an undercut here, get some fresh air, and see if I can do a little bit better laps to just get in front of him, knowing that he was struggling a bit. And I think that's at the point where they ended up having that contact.
Oh,
Nordstrom
yeah.
was so much faster than us, honestly. He just was in an unlucky car where, he can't pass us on the straights, right?
Yeah, it was, and that's exactly what happened. He had passed Blaine Hall, and but he got beat on the straight, and going into the braking zone at the last chicane, they came together in the braking. Just a little tap that sent Blaine off and touched the wall with his front bumper, sent his hood up. So, and he wound up in 10th place, getting knocked down from that. But definitely an interesting series of events. You're in the Mercedes-Benz this season. We heard from the chat that there might be some excessive tire wear. How was that feeling?
There was definitely excessive tire wear in the Mercedes. My rear tires were not hanging on at the end. I don't know if you guys were watching me and Travis there near the end, but he was all over me, and I was just like teetering on the edge every single lap just to try to keep my rear end in check. It was difficult, and he was putting a lot of pressure on me, so kudos to him.
Yeah, he was in that menacing looking gravedigger livery, keeping it 5/10 behind you, keeping the pressure on. Yeah, that was fantastic. I was watching the whole end there.
Yeah, it was really fun racing. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, my tires made it really interesting.
We loved watching it. It was great.
One more question for you. As the race winner, what do you think the winning strategy with the pits was?
Ooh, I guess with the new 40-minute window, I actually personally really like it. I feel like it opened up a lot more strategy. Like I actually had to do a lot more thinking of when am I going to pit? Like, can I pit now? Can I pit later? Can I just like I myself as a driver had to do a lot more thinking about it. So I actually think for the league, it's probably going to be a lot better. We might not see a whole lot of different strategy from the lead drivers. You can kind of see, us all kind of doing the same thing, just waiting as long as we could, just waiting.
Pit late unless there was an incident.
But I definitely feel like for farther back in the grid and, us at the front, we have to do a little bit more thinking than we had to in the past. So I think it's going to open up a couple different strategies and open up situations like, what I was able to do where I could pit that little bit earlier and still have a 10-minute window for them to, react or not react. So I think it'll be interesting the more we try it out.
Well, thank you for your thoughts, Brooker, and a fantastic race. Congratulations winning the inaugural race of Season 5, and we hope to see you up here many more times this season.
I'm sure
looks like we are because it's a nice tight grid. So, Well, see you next week, maybe if, or at least a couple more times in the season, knowing all the pace that you have.
Yeah, I would really enjoy being up here again at some point in the season. So, thanks again for casting today, boys, and yeah, hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. See you next time.
Buddy.
Bringing Travis Robinson in here. Sorry to interrupt you from your conversation with Colin there, but we want to congratulate you on your P2.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
First
you,
race
guys.
here in season 5, back in a car that you're a little bit more comfortable with, away from the McLaren of last season. Is this going to be the start of the turnaround to have a good season?
Oh man, I think I got a little lucky throughout this race. I just managed to avoid quite a bit of incidents in front of me and kept pretty level-headed. But I would be pretty stoked if I maintain a top 10 performance throughout the season. Definitely helps starting it off with a P2 though. I
Oh,
have
most certainly.
not been on the podium for a long time.
Yeah, well, you were looking really, really stable and very confident out there in the Aston Martin. I know you've put in a lot of practice here in the off season to make sure of that. After maybe not the greatest season last season, so I'm looking forward to seeing you up here again. And judging off the pace that we saw out there in that absolutely beautiful Gravedigger 73, I think you're going to be up here a couple more times before the season is over. Definitely a great way to start out a P, top 10 season goal with the top 2. So,
Yeah, thank you so much, man. And thanks for the livery shout out. Gotta love the Gravedigger.
Yeah, that's great.
all right. Thank you, Travis.
Yeah,
See you
take
next
it easy,
time,
guys.
man. Congrats.
All right. Who else are we looking for?
I got
I don't
Travis
remember.
in the cool down room right now. He
Travis
was our
Nordstrom.
P3 for the gold class.
Travis Nordstrom.
Hey,
Different from
That-
Travis Robinson. Congrats.
yeah, different Travises.
Yeah, the battle of the Travis that was happening there at the end was very interesting. And you were all over the top of the grid all race, trying to get that first position, unable to make it happen. A little bit of a
Man.
contact between you and Blaine Hall into the braking zone before the last chicane there, which was really unfortunate. I don't know whose fault necessarily that was. It looks like a bit of a racing incident to me.
That's
You
what it
guys
looked
just-
like to me, yeah.
Yeah, you guys just kind of, the braking zone is a very tough spot right there when you guys are so close, and you had just swip swap positions on the straightaway.
Yeah,
Is
and
that Porsche power just came back to haunt you a little bit? That Mercedes really
Porsche on
pulled
the
away.
straight just goes, eh.
Yeah, right. And well, part of it is the braking distances are so different. I just like at first when I was braking, he had a little bit of space to the left, so I wasn't too worried about taking a different braking line. And then because I guess I don't know if he was aiming to the left to begin with, or if he drifted over to the left while he was braking. But either way, I ended up without any room. So yeah, I really don't know what that is. I would guess it's a racing incident, but I don't know. And yeah, I had a couple incidents. One of them I think for sure is my fault, but we'll see if I end up at third after all the penalties are applied. But
Well, either way,
We'll
I
see.
think you're going to be up here many times this season with the pace that we saw tonight. It looks like a very tight grid up top,
yeah,
which is very exciting for this season. Watching up here in the booth, and I'm sure for you guys on the track. Just the pace difference was so minimal all day today. In fact, we noticed that there were some blue flags that maybe thought they weren't that they got a bad rap there at the beginning, sitting in like 30th position, trying to hang with the boys in the third position, and getting right on the bumper of Nick Sand, who we're going to bring up here soon. I'm sure when all those people, all the early accidents that happened, it's going to be a very tight grid.
yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you for hopping up here, Travis. And I know we're going to see you many more times this season. And yeah, have a great rest of your night celebrating your P3.
Yeah, thank you. And hopefully all the next tracks that we go to don't have any straights. I don't want just corners, please. No straights, just corners. That would be great.
Hungaroring and Misano.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are your
tracks
best
like
bets.
that, yeah. Or any of the British ones that are basically go-kart tracks. Those are good too. But yeah,
Yep.
straights are killer. But yeah, it was a good result. Thank you guys.
Thank you. All right. Colin, who we bringing up next?
Caleb Yarrington is our silver P1 finisher.
Let's get him
Okie
in.
dokie. Caleb Yarrington, welcome to SRA.
Hello.
Welcome to a P1 for your silver division.
Hey,
looking
look out.
really dominant out there.
Explosive start for Gunpowder Racing.
Oh, most certainly. But how are you feeling out there today?
Great. I'm on a nice high after that. It was
yeah.
it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of really close battles that I had, a lot of moments there that were crazy. I had a double pass into turn 1 and 2. That was insane. It was great. I had a lot of fun. Got tangled up with somebody at one point and dropped me back into like 7th or something. I had to fight back after that, but it just made it more fun in the end.
Oh yeah, we saw that you were involved in a lot of action, and really with all the accidents that happened, there was definitely a shot at a win if the situations lined up correctly, and that's insane for a silver driver coming in first race here at SRA, showing some great respectful driving and getting involved in all the battles between some of the fastest guys in the league. Great job showing up and keeping us in check here at SRA.
Well, thanks. I really enjoyed it, and I do look forward to the ones coming up.
And so, what was the winning pit strategy for you? Speaking of
no tires,
new...
1 liter of fuel, and then I just waited until I got caught up with some traffic, and I was losing some time, and decided to pit then so I could have a little bit of open air. I messed up on my pit. I missed my pit box, and then I turned my car off after it dropped it because I haven't done a 1 second pit stop or 1 liter pit stop in a long time, so I wasn't prepared. But
So,
things to learn for next time.
yeah, you are new to SRA. Coming in, how do you feel about our new rule of the 40-minute pit window? It used to be a 10-minute or 15-minute pit window right in the middle of the race, and this is changing up some strategies. So we're looking at this here for the drivers that are going to be driving tomorrow night. But
Yeah, I really like the strategy. I mean, it makes it just it makes it so that you can actually have strategy instead of you have to pit. Then you actually have an opportunity to choose. Like, am I being held up now? I can go in early or whatnot. I personally like no windows myself because if you get into an early accident, being unable to pit for that damage is kind of rotten. So only having to wait 10 minutes is not bad.
All right. Well, congratulations on the P1, and hopefully we can see you up here many more times this season. As it looks like you're already on track to have a dominant silver division. So yeah, probably going to see you a couple more times.
Don't embarrass us all.
Yeah.
Hey, this was a freak. On my qualifying, it was a PB. I've never gone that fast before. So
that's awesome.
All the cards just aligned today. That's all.
What was your previous best? Do you remember?
Before that was like a 59.85, something like that. I just set it last night.
Faster.
Yeah, and I set that on that very last lap of the qualifying session.
Wow. It's always that last lap that gets you,
Yeah,
especially with the shortened
pretty good.
the shortened qualifying window as well.
Yeah, I love 10-minute qualifying. Let me tell you, I'm pretty good at putting the lap in like 1 or 2 laps. So I really like the 10-minute window.
That's really going to set you up and above. A lot of these people here used to the slightly longer qualifying session, so that's a great advantage to have, liking that 10-minute pit window. But yeah, thank you for coming up here tonight, and welcome to SRA, and congratulations again on the P1.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I bring up Douglas Mitchell. That is our P2 for silver. Am I correct?
Correct.
Right. Hey, Doug. How's it going, man? P2, Silver Division. Looking really good out there. There was a P5 overall, if I'm not mistaken. Just a great finish from you after maybe not having the greatest season last season. Switching into the Aston Martin from the Honda. How are you feeling about this new pick?
Well, first and foremost, I have to thank the Badman's conglomerate. They have gone all out to finance another great race car. Like you said, the Honda was just not fitting the vibes. So Aston Martin threw a big chunk of change to pick me up as a driver. And I think today's result is going to make them very, very happy. The branding was on point. Everything on track was dialed in. And a P5 result for the first race of Season 5 is feeling very good.
Look, buddy, don't get too cocky with your Badman's conglomerate there. Hey, I mean, the Champion Motorsports guys came out with their D1 debut not too far behind you, so you got some steep competition for the silver division there. Don't think you're going to walk away with this one, demoting yourself from gold to silver and finally putting yourself in a car you're comfortable in, trying to get another championship added to your name there.
I did not demote myself to D1 Silver, I will add. That was all done by Sir Dahy and his specific data. But yeah, all jokes aside and
What do they mean?
conglomerate banter aside, I'm really excited about how I did tonight. I got really lucky and basically made the executive decision to pit as soon as possible because Evan, Tyler, and Loic were all battling in front of me, and it was just making me feel really uncomfortable. So I dove in and took my chances and had pretty much clear air for all but one part of the race where Caleb, who I think you just interviewed, and I tussled for like 2 corners and then he got past me. So really, really happy with it. And yeah, I couldn't say better things about the Aston Martin compared to the Honda.
Yeah, well, you were looking really good out there in it, and a P5. And I mean, I know that there was a lot of hangups with some cars in front, but still, that is very impressive. You kept it super consistent out there. And yeah, I think that you may be someone that's coming back into the light. This may be the season of Doug here once again. All these fast people joining the league, you know, you got to show them who's boss.
I don't know if showing them whose boss is going to be in the cards, but I'd love to show them a good time. So
Yes, sir.
at the end of the day, if I'm in the top 10, I'm a very happy camper. If I'm in the top 15, I'm feeling pretty good. If I'm in the top 20, I'm scoring good points. That's the way I'm looking at it this season, trying to be humble. And if I get a championship at the end of it with my new teammate Evan Kim, I'm going to be a very, very happy driver. And if I get pretty damn close, I'll be pretty proud of myself because I was pretty much the last driver led into D1. I was on the cusp of D2.
No.
So, needless to say, I need to get more data.
That's how I felt a season ago or 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, it hurts, but again, I want to make sure that I do my best so that I can remain in the top split with my boys.
Well, thank you for joining us up here this evening, Doug. And a fantastic race. Hopefully, we can see you up here a couple more times before the season's up.
Thanks. Can I put my admin hat on real quick?
Yes, sir.
I was really happy with the turnout tonight, and the drivers. I think there was only a handful of like actual carnage incidents as opposed to just drivers taking themselves out. And we had a awesome turnout in terms of numbers, and I'm like really excited about the races that are coming tomorrow. So
me too.
Tune in, everybody, and show some love to all the different divisions because it's been some quality racing from what I can gather.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching the other stream.
Yeah, this has been very, very tight. Watching the action the whole time. There was, only a couple little incidents, but most of them seemed like little bumps and taps. No one really got murdered too bad today. So a lot of clean racing out there. Very close split. A huge shout out to Dahy for putting together one of the closest racing divisions I've seen. This is one of the closest races that I think I've seen in SRA in a little while, and having it at the inaugural race of the season is a very good sign for the rest of it. So shout out to the admin team for putting on a show for us tonight.
True Bailey asked, wait, did Doug win silver? I don't think so. He got what, P3 silver?
P2.
I think I got P2 because Caleb is technically in the silver split. So
yep.
But I think that's gonna change if I'm not mistaken. He's pretty quick, bro.
All right, trying to favor the odds to get
I don't
that
know what you're talking about,
championship.
bro.
Yeah, I see. Okay, but you got to see where the money is going, straight into Daisy's pockets. Okay.
Hey man, he just had a baby, and I'm feeling a cruise in the near future.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, thank you so much for your time and for putting the show on for us. That means a lot, and
Thanks,
I
man.
look forward to watching it back.
Thank you, Doug.
See you next time.
Now we're going to bring in Chris Brown. Chris Brown, welcome to SRA and welcome with a P3 in the Silver Division. You were looking great out there today. How are you feeling?
Hey guys, yeah, no, thanks for having us. No, yeah, really good. I mean, well, to be honest, I was struggling. I've been struggling on this track since we started to try and put our setup together. But yeah, today things just, I think, fell into place for me. I didn't really do anything particularly outstanding. Just kept it on the black stuff, and yeah, got given positions rather than earning them.
Yeah, I mean that's the most important part. A lot of little taps. No one got murdered too bad up in the front, but there was a lot of close racing, which caused some shakeups, and you definitely came out really well with that and keeping it nice and consistent. You came out, P3, and so what was your overall finish again?
Seventh, I think, overall.
7th. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And on a track, I wasn't feeling particularly strong, and I definitely feel blessed to have managed to get that result.
yeah, just looking great out there, and welcome to SRA, and I hope we can have you up here a couple more times this season. Just keep it on the black stuff a little more, and keep that consistency up, because that's a hallmark of a great driver right there.
Awesome, appreciate it. Yeah, and yeah, we're looking forward to the season with you guys.
All right, see ya.
Thanks.
All right, Colin, pulling you back in here because I guess we're going to close things off. I just wanted to shout out our affiliate, Armamentario. They do HUD for ACC, and they do a great job at it. If you have VR, or you want to upgrade your HUD situation there with some custom elements, head to Armamentario. We are the official race server of Armamentario.
Yeah, check their stuff out. It's great. I use it for my racing POV, and it looks great. It can make it do whatever I need it to.
Yeah, I think most of the league actually uses it and swears by it. So
yeah. But I also want to give a shout out to our title sponsors here at SRA: Roby Toady, Daehee Yun, Joshua Arnold, Evan Kim, Paulie Hartman, Thomas Greer, Dominic Duran, Zach Sky, Tyler James ×4, Jacob Wolfman, Fazli Majid, Kyle McGinnis, Ramon Lorenzo, Stephanie Fisher, and Matt Morrison. I also want to give a shout out to our SRA sponsors: Philip Menzies, Michael Jeffries, Dewal Bendari, Koa Dromo, Nate Allen, and Justin Raleigh.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for the sponsorships, guys. It means a lot, and really helps us out, provide more cool stuff, and keep the servers running. Also want to give a shout out to anyone who subscribed on Twitch through Twitch Prime or otherwise. That is also super awesome to see the support from you guys on the stream team. Means a lot to us here.
Yeah, thanks.
But fantastic race, season opener. You can't hope for a better race than that.
No, definitely not.
Great race. Thank you guys for attending. But I think we're signing off here. I'm Paulie, joined here by
Colin,
and see folks later.
See ya.
I'm a paper head.